welcome back to the Tokumei podcast. I am your co-host, Kentina Star, with my lovely co-host, Enemy for Days, aka Lucy.
Hello. How's everyone doing?
We hope everyone's doing so beautifully. We have to start off with a little bit of a bad news, unfortunately. However, we want to start off by saying that moderator, our beautiful friend, has decided to step down from the podcast because of scheduling and his job and other things getting in the way. So he decided that he would just take some time to worry about that stuff, and then if he wants to come back, he is always more than welcome to come back. It is very sad. However, we want to continue to go on in his honor and just fact that we love doing the podcast and we like talking about stuff. So we apologize if it's just the two of us now. Just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
So yeah, there's that. We wanted to bring it up early on, so people was like, if people was wondering like, oh, what happened to Maud? Where's Maud? Is he sick or anything like that? Nothing like that. Just scheduling, which is fair. It happens.
Fine. Yeah, it happens in life, but we wanted, like Kenty said, we wanted to continue because we love doing this and we love just talking and vibing, really.
We do love talking and vibing.
So yeah, I really hope you continue to listen to us and enjoy our content. So thank you.
And before we get into the talking of today, we have slight announcements that we want to share with you all. We have finally made a TikTok and an Instagram, and we start putting our clips on there as well. So if you want to follow us on TikTok at Tokumei Podcast, as well on Instagram as Tokumei Podcast, we've been posting our fan art on Instagram, and we'll be posting our clips of the actual show on TikTok, so you can watch it in bite-sized forms. And it's been, so far people has been liking it, especially on TikTok.
Good.
Which is very surprising to me.
They're really good though. I mean, to be fair, I was shocked as well. But then again, it's like the algorithm of TikTok, right? It's crazy. It's
crazy.
Actually insane. But I'm so happy. I'm so happy people are like watching and listening. Well, hopefully watching and listening. If there's any new listeners, welcome.
Welcome. We love you. Also, for all the new people, you can listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, or watch us on YouTube if you want to see the visual form of us talking and moving around and all that jazz. And that's pretty much the announcements. And we're going to try to do more things as the time comes and arises, and see where the opportunity comes.
I mean, hopefully we can, we're thinking about all new stuff in our future for Tokumei podcast. I'm very excited. We've had a little, I was going to say gossip. It's not even a gossip. A little talk. And there's some hopefully big things coming. We've got plans.
Yes.
And but how are you doing today, Kenzie? I hope you're doing well.
I am doing well, actually. I woke up good. I've been feeling good. Moving forward with my life, and I'm just trying to make stuff happen.
I be vibing.
This week, I actually, for the first time in a while, I actually took a very good chill pill, if you can say. And I haven't been overworking this week. Next week I will be, but this week I haven't been overworking. So like,
no. It's so good to relax, though.
It does actually feel good to relax. Like, I didn't, because for a typical day for me, I, make videos for my main channel, for my, VOD channel, for my second channel, for my Pokemon channel. And then I also do, streaming stuff and work stuff on for EDZ and Tokumei Podcast. And I only kind of, did two of those things. I only worried about streaming and the Tokumei Podcast this week. So,
that's still quite a bit. Oh my god!
True.
No, honestly, you're such a hard worker. It's insane. But no, if you definitely deserve a break, that's for sure. I mean, you've been going through so much recently, so that's fair. That's fair.
But how are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. I got up. I mean, to be fair, wait. Let me backtrack real quick. I was like, oh my god, be so productive today to Kenty earlier, and I said, and it's like, what was it? It was like nearly 2 p.m. for me, and then I said, oh wait, what's the time for you, Kenty? And she's like 8, and I was like, wait, 8 a.m. I was like, what the heck? I was like, I never get up at the time.
I feel like time zones are such a like bizarre like
True.
Twilight Zone moment because like you think like oh man it's like I'm just having a nice chill day, it's in an afternoon, but then when someone else tell you a different time, it's almost like they're in the future or something. Like, what are you saying?
What are you talking about?
So I think that's pretty very interesting that it's like in the afternoon for you.
No, it's so crazy.
The day's
isn't
just
it?
starting. But even for like for America alone, we live on 2 different time zones.
I
Like,
know that's been crazy in itself because obviously the UK is just one big. Then again, it is an island. It makes sense.
True. But
But
the other half of US is like still sleeping right now. Like
wait,
it's still
that's true actually. Wait,
'cause,
that's so weird to think
I
about.
know, right?
What
So I live in EST, so right now it's
Yeah.
9 o'clock in the morning. But for people on the PST, it's like probably still like maybe 6 o'clock in the morning for them.
Oh damn, that's crazy. That is insane to me. I mean, to be fair, I've now having and getting to know loads of VTubers. I know all different time zones now. Before,
Same.
I didn't know nothing. I knew something, but I didn't know them like off by heart, you know? Well, like, to be fair though, I've now got a bit confused since it's now I'm kind of an hour ahead because of the time change. Oh no, I think it's gone back. See, now I'm just confused because the time change like an hour with this British summertime. I don't know.
Did you know they're getting rid of that? Like,
Wait, what?
they're getting rid of daylight savings time. At least in America, I think they are. I don't know about the
I'm
rest
not
of the
sure
world.
about. Yeah, I'm not sure about in Europe. I think that's changed. I think that's staying. I don't know. I have done nothing. Maybe I'm just dumb and I just haven't been on social media.
No. But like, yeah, I think they passed a bill to get rid of daylight savings time because they felt like it's just a pointless thing, which I think it is. And like, it doesn't really serve anything in itself. Because like, I know this is gonna be hard to hear for you and me. Time is like irrelevant because like time really doesn't exist. I mean, it does in itself, but like we created time, like the way it is.
True. That is true.
So-
It would be so weird to like, if you're thinking about it. I was like, oh wait, that's so weird to think about. Like we've obviously just added a time, but then again, it makes sense in itself. Now it's my brain, my freaking brain. There's like a little wheels turning around in my head. I'm like,
I know, that's what I was like, man, it's kind of weird to hear, but like, when you really think about, like, because our lives evolve around time, like, we live in time, like, we're nothing without time. But to know that, like, we literally created the way time works in our own, like, human society. So it's like, why can't we, like, reverse what we did?
That'd be kind of crazy, though. That's kind of crazy. I wouldn't be able to wrap my head around it. But like, wait, what's happening? Wait, I'd be like, I'd literally be confused constantly.
Right.
But no, that's kind of crazy.
Because like, if you really even think about it even more logically, because like, technically, like, days don't really truly exist for most, like, animals.
Oh God, like, Kenzie, you can hurt my brain. You can't think about it now. It's 8 o'clock in the morning for you.
I'm sorry. My brain just starts rolling, and it just like starts spitting out things. And because it's like, it's true. Like days, weeks, months, they truly don't really exist. And they exist for us, but like when you think about it, like an animal living day to day, they don't know what days and months are. They just living in the time. Like,
they will be vibing. They don't know anything.
So like, I don't know. It's kind of weird when you think about it.
It is. It's kind of strange. I'm not gonna lie.
Like,
but no. Carry on.
No, I was just gonna say it's interesting to know. I would love to know how
Mm.
certain things came to be. Like, who was the person like, yes, this days, months, times, this has to be the way
Mm.
it is. Like, who came up with these like ventures? Was it the people before that, before that, before that?
Probably like that's a good question. I was gonna be like, it must have been relatively new, but then I'm like, actually, you never know. Wait, I know I could just search it up, but
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you can search it up too, but I like the idea of knowing but not knowing. I guess you
exactly,
could
like it's like a conspiracy, but it's not even a conspiracy. Like it can be in my head, but like I don't need to find out, you know?
say. Hmm.
I don't need to find out. Well, I probably could, like after the episode or something. You know what? It would be stuck in my mind, and I'm like, I need to know. I need to fucking know now.
uh, what were you gonna say before I
Oh,
cut you off?
I saw that you posted on your Twitter, and it was of my what was it? My dress up darling.
Oh, yes. I was gonna save this for later, but I guess we can talk about it now. So I
Mm,
finished my dress of darling. I finished it all in
yes.
one day. Like at the day we were talking
Ooh.
about it, I was like, you
Yeah.
know what? I'm gonna just go finish it. And after finishing it, I have to
Yeah.
say this is probably gonna be very controversial. But
Kenton, what are
I
you gonna
think
do?
my dress up darling is
Yeah.
the best
Oh,
anime in a
really?
long time. The absolute best anime in a
Yeah.
long time. And you can fight me on this because I I believe that anime was
Hmm.
such a beautifully crafted show.
Hmm.
Not even just since for the animation, but just all
Yeah.
the other little things that goes into it, from the
Hmm.
music, the way they telegraph
Yeah.
stuff, from the water, the
The
sweat,
character
the
development. Oh,
movement felt
everything.
so realistic. Like the way they
Yes.
moved and they went
Yes.
about things just felt so real.
Mm.
The characters, how they developed, was so real. There was no drama in it. Like there was just pure and actually, I guess I can't really say the word. I don't know where to find the right word, but just
It's so
wholesome.
wholesome.
Yes,
It is.
wholesome
It's very
fun.
wholesome. And it's like so freaking cute. Like I actually agree with you. I haven't watched a romance anime that is like that good, as well as having I don't like fan service anime ever, but this is probably the first one that well, I've watched some that's like it's like not well, it is fan service kind of, but
Hmm.
not it isn't like done it in a bad way, if
Right.
that makes sense. Like
It's
it's
not.
like
It's not
there's a
done in a joke.
reason.
Like yeah, there's
Yeah.
a reason why it's
Oh,
happening.
and it's not like I don't know if there's an example. I don't know, but I just thought or like a heart reverse heart well for harem anime. It's just I never really liked them kind of anime, but this one is different to me because I don't know, mine is just so wholesome, so pure, and the
It is. It
male
is.
protagonist isn't a boring prick.
See,
He
and
isn't. Yeah.
that's the thing for me is that normally I don't really like
Mm.
timid main characters.
Yeah.
But for My Dress Up Darling, they did it in
Mm.
such a way that is not
Yeah.
annoying to watch. It
No.
feels more realistic because, like, most of the time
Yeah.
when they have a main character that's timid, and
Mm.
I'm not even just talking about male or female. They're just like they're always like if the main character is just timid about their
Yeah.
emotions, like when you obviously could tell they like somebody, and
Mm.
the writers play it off as like they didn't hear it or
I
they didn't
know.
listen or they're like too shy to like go
Yes.
about their feelings. I'm like, bro, this trope needs to go away. Like that's not realistic. People are
Mm.
not stupid to the point where they can't.
Yeah.
Sometimes people do not hear certain things in the moment.
Oh,
But
yeah,
if you're
definitely.
talking to someone directly, no
Hmm.
noise in the world is gonna make you not hear something.
True. Oh my god. It's so annoying. It's like if there's a gust of wind and they're like, "Did you?" Oh, he was like, "Oh, what was that?" And I'm like,
Like what? No, no. The wind is not that loud to where you can't hear
no,
someone in front of you. I
definitely not."
absolutely refuse. So, but this one, like he was realistic to me, like because
Oh
it
god,
comes
yeah.
and it plays into the story because he never had any friends. He was very
No.
shy about his hobbies because the first person he opened
I
up
mean, he's
about it.
even though I mean, it's so much character development though. Even though he is still shy about it, he's more open about who he
Yes,
tells and who he
yes.
trusts. which is amazing. I think that's what makes a good anime. The character development and how those
Yes.
characters, how they're not boring, as in like they are quite human with the way they feel and stuff like that.
Right, right.
Like, what's his name? Is it Gojo? I think his
Gojo,
name's
yeah,
Gojo.
Gojo.
You know what? Even though he looks like I think he looks like every male protagonist a lot. Well, except for maybe his clothing, his personality and the way he acts and speaks is so freaking sweet, which I love.
Right,
And it just
right.
makes his personality, which I'm like, oh my god, this is perfect.
Very
Um,
perfect.
but I definitely agree with you. Like, it's one of the animes I've watched in a while that's made me go, oh my god, like
Like,
it's insane.
like the moments that
Mm.
like Gojo and Marin are just hanging out. It's just I always found myself just smiling, just
Yes.
wholesomely, just the way they would react. Like, should we talk about? I guess I don't want to talk about spoilers because in case someone wants to watch it.
No
But
spoilers, but like,
like just the way they would react to each other, how she was just this outgoing, bubbly personality. She didn't really have a jealous bone in her body. Like she had one moment, but it was not in a moment where it was annoying, but it was just her discovering her own emotions and feelings.
Yes, and they didn't do it in an annoying way.
Yes, that's what I love the most about it. She was like, she was discovering herself, but also he was discovering herself. Like, they didn't hide away from the fact that, you know, you have urges. Like, you're around someone that's hot, you're both attractive, so you'll have urges. And I love how they played into it. Like, you know, like...
Oh, God, yeah.
I've been waiting, like, since, like, I watched it to talk to you. Like, I didn't talk to anyone else, mostly, because I wanted to save it for the podcast and talk to you directly, because of just... Like I said, like that show is just so beautifully crafted. From like I said, the animation is movie quality. The music score as it slips in, it's
ending.
Just so good. Just like the subtleness of the water when they're standing in it. The sweat coming off their bodies. The subtle like blushes. The rain. Everything about that show was just purely thought about.
God, I can't wait.
It blows my mind.
A second season.
There has to be.
Even though, oh God, it's just their relationship so freaking sweet. They're young, they're finding out how they feel, and it's quite realistic of like, I don't know, being quite even though she is a very strong, independent, like female, you know, protagonist, she's like very confident. She gets shy and she, you can't. I hate this about other animes where they can only be one thing and they have to stick to that thing.
Right.
Like a tsundere has to stick to being a tsundere. They can't be like shy. Well, they can, but like I know they can't be all these other personalities except for that one trait that they have. I swear. But like Manin is just like, even though she is independent, she's strong. She can, you know, she's.
She lives her life. She doesn't let other things persuade her. She likes to see things for her own view. Like, she doesn't let other people persuade her on what she likes and stuff. And one thing I loved about the show as well is that they handled their characters very well. Like, they never forgot about the true premise of why you are watching the show. Like, when it comes to other shows, mostly harems, I guess you could say, not that I love harems. Don't get me wrong, I can watch harems all day. But the thing is about most harems, like they don't know how to manage their characters well.
No.
So like when they introduce another character, like another girl or guy, the other ones kind of get like forgotten about. But in this one, they introduced the new characters right at a right moment. And then when they were there, they never took away the core moments of why you're watching the show in the first place. It wasn't like... And
they intertwine the characters with the new ones very seamlessly and very... I know, it was very sweet. And
they left when they needed to. Like, they stayed for a right amount of time and then left. And it just went back to what, you know... We loved, and it's, I don't know, it's just like there's something about this show particularly that
It's
just
so
the creative
good.
minds that went through it just
I'm
knew.
gonna kiss you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Chef's kiss.
I don't know, like I have to put that over every anime I love.
Mm.
It is if it keeps like if it ends
Yeah.
perfectly, I have to like if it ends perfectly, it could be my favorite anime of all time.
Really?
Yes.
No way. I mean, to be fair, I'm reading the manga at the moment. The manga's still coming out, and it's amazing. I also
It
love
makes me
how
want to
they
read
deal
the
with.
manga.
I love how they deal with issues. Well, not issues, but like things like and topics like um people dressing up who they want to be. So one of the episodes they're like, I want to dress up as a guy. I don't want to dress up as a girl. You know, and they want to cosplay as an opposite gender, which is like, hello, like
Right.
we're progressing.
And
Slowly.
I love how they went about it. Like obviously
Yes,
the character had
Gojo.
some really good assets, you know, and stuff
Yes.
like that. But they didn't try to hide it. Like she's not
No, they
ashamed of
didn't.
it. But she just wanted to dress up in a different way, and she felt like she
Yeah.
couldn't because of the way she looked. But I love that Gojo being like
you're so sweet.
finding his craft, like went out his way to like
Yeah.
help her.
But
And
it's also the way he acted. He didn't think it was wrong, or he didn't think, you know, he accepted it and he was like, well, I want you to enjoy it. So it was really cute. Oh my god, he's so
and the way
freaking
they
adorable.
I mean, I guess it's I know it's, but the way they presented it, like,
Yeah.
you know how, what I'm talking about, for the scene that happened when you see it, we were surprised along with the other
Yes.
characters. And it's just,
It was, do you know what? It's such an intimate moment. Like, they've done it so well. You're like, oh, you know what? When I first watched it, Casey, when I first watched it, I went back 3 times to watch it over again.
I want to watch it over again. I really do.
No,
Like,
honestly, when I was watching it, I was like, did that actually happen? I was like, what the heck? Oh my god. My pure eyes. I need to see this again.
and like, okay, there's one, I wouldn't say it's a spoiler, but there's one moment in particular I have to talk about, which is the part where they're at the convention, and she gets done with her shoot, and she looks around for him, and that little moment of her like worried about if he left or nothing, and then when she finally spots him, her eyes lights up, and how she runs to him like slightly. Oh my god, my heart melted. It freaking melted because
I don't know. It's just they've done
there.
everything so well. Yeah,
They've
just done everything. They've just done such an amazing job with this anime. They've just brought so much emotion, so much character and personality to these protagonists, and just like, I don't know, they've just done. I agree. I mean, no. However, I know from TikTok though that a lot of people don't like the anime for some reason.
Why?
Because they think it's more for a male-based audience, and I feel it's because of the fan stuff. However, I don't agree. I don't agree one bit with it, because like I have watched a lot of anime, and they've balanced it out so freaking well. Like, it's not too much fan service. It's like that's not the show. The fan service isn't the show. That's not it. But it's part of it, because it's like, and they don't do it in a poor way. Like, they don't do it in like it's like not poor taste, if that makes sense. They've
that makes sense.
Yeah, but like, from me, that someone doesn't like that kind of genre really likes it. So if anyone hasn't watched this anime, go freaking watch it, man. What the heck?
I think for people who who doesn't like it because of the fan service, hasn't truly watched it. Like, if you only see the fan service and haven't really saw the true meaning of what the show entails, like, the fan service does happen because it's realistic. Like, there's nothing wrong with someone being attractive and also having a relationship. Like, and having feelings and emotions. And, like, the fan service stays when it has to and leaves when it has to. Like, it doesn't linger.
It doesn't stay. It doesn't linger, and it doesn't. And also, it's because she's confident. She's a confident person.
Very confident.
Like, and it just suits her character. And Gojo, oh, he's just so sweet. He's a sweetie and he's so respectful. This is what I love about the show.
Another
It's just amazing. All
another
the
anime I
characters.
can compare that to. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Is Kill la Kill. Now,
I've watched it, yes.
Kill la Kill on the outside is very fan serving for
Yeah.
sure, heavenly, and they have sets of characters and they know that. But when you really watch it for the plot and what the meaning of the show is, you find a very good storygraph, choreograph, telegraph show the true meaning of the story that they're trying to present to you is told in such a way. It's actually beautiful and it's a masterpiece. That's why Kill la Kill is still, I think, underrated, but still one of the greatest animes of all time.
You know what? I need to rewatch this. I watched it a while back.
Oh
There was a moment
God.
in it, and I was like, there is a moment in Kill la Kill. I can't remember specifically. I think it's one of the mums, and I was like, you need to chill, mum, chill,
Yeah.
mommy, chill. But there was moments, and I'm like, okay, that I was like a little bit like taken back, maybe because I was a bit younger when watching. Maybe I need to watch it, rewatch it again, and see what my thoughts are now. There's do you know what? I need to do that. That's what I need to do. And I need to rewatch anime I did when I was younger and see if I like it. Because I did that for not Attack on Titan, Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
What?
No, okay. What
do you mean?
Well, I watched it like last year. I rewatched it again, and I was like, yeah, this is just not for me. I think I don't know. Maybe it's because I've now grown up. When I was younger, I loved it. But now that I'm a little bit older, I'm like, I don't know about it anymore. I'm not sure. I think it's because I've watched so much. A range of animes with such like amazing characters that it felt like a downgrade. I'm very sorry, Kenzie.
No, you're fine. I love the little dynamic we have here.
I
won't say that storyline doesn't have its downfalls for sure. Like after the first season, the second season when he has to go save Asuna again was like one of the low points of the anime.
I hate that they have to have like the male protagonist trying to save a female.
I mean, sometimes that's just realistic.
Though. I think sometimes it's a really fun way, a fun thing to do. She's literally like in a cage. She's in a cage.
That was a little weird. But like the other seasons, like especially the Alicization season, is such a beautifully crafted show, and it does things a lot differently than they did before. Where they make usefulness of all their characters. Like yes, in the end, Kirito is the protagonist, so he will be like the hero in the end. But I do think when you get to Alicization, they utilize a lot more of their characters in a more unique way.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think is more telling than the two. Like, I mean, you still have to watch a lot of it to understand a lot of the characters' meanings for the later. But I mean, I get it that it's not for everyone. But I don't know.
Every anime is different, and some people are not gonna like the animes we speak about, and that's fair enough. That's a valid point. You're entitled to your opinion.
For sure. I just love it. I know a lot of reasons why people don't like the show is because of Asuna. But I love Asuna.
Really?
I think she's such a great character.
There's only one anime where I just hate a character, and this is the only. It's because normally I don't hate the characters. Normally I'm like, oh, I don't know, they're a little bit annoying, but I can like watch it. But like sometimes I have to get past this thing. It was from Seven Deadly Sins, and it was Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, everyone hates Elizabeth. That's not just bad at all.
I agree.
She's hot. Don't get me wrong. I love her character design.
She's cute.
She's thick as fuck, but like herself, like she has no true meaning in the show.
She's literally there. She is fan stuff. That's it. She doesn't have any personality. She's just doesn't do anything. Oh my god, I can't with that. But she is very cute. But she literally, I don't know, she was just, I don't know, I was really hoping that she would bring something other than just her tits.
Yeah. She's literally fan service and a plot device to get the plot story, and not even like for the entire story. She's literally a plot device for the first episode, and nothing more. Like,
and that's it. That's freaking it.
she kickstarts Meliodas is like, oh, we need to go find the 7 deadly sins. All right, let's do that. But like, in no point after that, you could have taken her out.
Yeah,
and the story would have played the same.
Yeah, it would. It would still be the same. So yeah, I don't know. It was just, but yeah, I don't know if I've spoken about that much with Elizabeth, but I don't think there's any other character that I don't like other than her, in an anime. But I think the only other anime
I don't like an anime.
Really? Yeah. I mean, there's just I find annoying, but like she's the character. Oh my god, like there's an actual hate there for some reason. I just don't like it. I don't know.
I don't know if you ever watched like the Rise of the Show Hero. There's I think her name is Merith. She has like red hair, and she is an absolute bitch. Like an absolute. Like I don't use that word lightly, but like oh my god, she's that's one character that I was like.
To be fair, if there's a character intending to be like annoying or like a bitch or whatever, you're gonna hate them, right? I can't. Why my brain? Mate, I think I only watch like romance, so I don't get any like. There's no hateful characters. I swear in romances, not that much anyway. Sometimes it's like there's the third guy that comes by and they're like, you know, or the guy comes by and it like not ruins or like sidetracks the relationship or whatever. But other than that, I can't really think of anything. I don't know if there's another character I hate.
I think, like, besides that, I mean, I guess I hate her within the context of the show because of the story.
Yeah.
Like, character design-wise, she has a very good character design. But, like, like I think you're meant to hate her. Like, and like, in certain cases, there's not really a lot of characters I hate outside of the anime. Like, for instance, like there's a character named Don Flamingo in One Piece. I hate within the anime, but he's a villain, so you're supposed to hate him. But I think he's still a good villain in itself. But like, I don't know. I guess that's a good question.
What would you think? Who's the best villain in an anime?
Oh my god.
Mate, I don't see any villains. I completely forget. I'm not gonna lie. You know who's actually a really cool villain? I think is it Isabel? Is it name? If from The Promised Neverland?
Oh, she is a good villain. I mean, I think that's kind of a spoiler, but she is a good villain. I guess you know her tendencies from the first episode, but yeah, she's a good. I would say she was a very well played villain. In itself.
Okay, in the manga, Chef's freaking kiss, they butchered it. I'm really angry. This is the one anime I've ever dropped. The second season of The Promised Neverland really rubs me the wrong way, and I couldn't finish it. It's just atrocious. I can't believe they did that to it. I was devastated. But yeah.
The best villain, in my opinion, I think is Sosuke Aizen from Bleach.
Oh, okay.
Now, I might be a little biased because I love Bleach. It's my favorite anime. However, I think the way they telegraph Sosuke Aizen, one, he's a good-looking guy. To begin with, he's a daddy for sure.
Twice.
I just show you a picture of what he looks like, and the way he goes about stuff. And like more so just as a villain that's strong, but in your psyche, he's a villain. Like he knows how to trick your mind. He talks in this very soft, monotone voice on you. Like he knows that he's better than you. Yeah. But he's not trying to flaunt it at the same time. He only presents it when he has to. Hold on, let me show you a picture.
My type of guy.
Yeah, I think you would love Sosuke Aizen. Especially, I'm going to show you what he looked like with glasses and then what he looked like without glasses.
I need to see this man.
Hold on.
Oh my god, it brings flashbacks to last week when we were speaking about anime men.
You know what's funny about that? I told my wife about that conversation.
Yeah.
us having that dynamic of you liking Kyo and liking Yuki. And she thought it was pretty funny because she loves fruit baskets as well. That's like her favorite thing ever.
Wait,
her favorite
really?
thing. Yeah, like that's like her little favorite anime of all time. Like, this is what Aizen with his glasses, but then this is what he looks like without his glasses.
Oh my!
I know,
Oh my god! You know what? This reminds me. I did this. So basically, I did a Smash or Pass anime edition thing on my what the frick, on my stream. Like, I think it was like a week ago with my friend. And oh my god, he was on that. He was on the list, and oh my god, this fucking man.
He is a gorgeous man. It's hard to hate him because he's gorgeous, but at the same time, he's a good villain. Other than that, if we're not talking shonen, I think a good villain was I don't know. Truthfully, I
It
don't know.
reminds me of if Psychopaths, why hot? If he's like, oh my god, why is he so hot? That's what they're doing. They're trying to trick me. They're like, you like this guy, huh? You like them? Well, wrong.
But going back to your question about Fruit Basket, like I said, my wife loves Fruit Basket. That's like her favorite anime of all time. She collects all the merch and stuff as much as she possibly can.
Cute.
And so we had an interesting conversation last night about it, where she also likes Yuki. Like, she doesn't hate Kyo. She loves Kyo as well.
Yeah.
But she does think Yuki is underrated for the character development that he gets in the anime. Which
in the new one?
Yes, in the new one. Which I think is true as well, because the journey that Yuki went on from the beginning and to the end, I think was a more compelling story that I enjoyed more.
I do agree, because he went through so much in the anime through that whole thing. He had so much screen time and he was growing. It was like a slow progress, but it was nice to watch him become independent and know what he wants, which was very nice to watch. It was very, very sweet. And I really enjoyed it.
I like the moments where, like, he was like really like taking moments to discover himself. He like was asking questions about himself, looking for guidance other ways. Like, he reconciled with his brother. He found an actual person that loved him, which I love, by the way. I don't want him to be with Toru. I know that probably makes the illusion from last podcast. Like, spoilers. But like, I don't want him to be with Toru. I like the dynamic that he has with the new girl, the new girl that he ended with.
I think they're nice together in the way, like, I don't know, they're just very sweet together, but she's not right for Yuki. The new girl is. They just blend and they understand each other so much.
Right.
I know, yeah. I agree.
The one part where there's like the box of chalk there. And she was like,
he just knew.
She was like, I need to break this, and he broke it. I was like,
It's like nothing's actually happened. Well, no speaking is happening in that scene, but everything is happening at once.
Right, exactly.
Everything's happening.
Exactly.
They've literally just had this conversation, about how she doesn't like everything perfect because, that's what she grew up with. And by the way, again, if you haven't watched Fruits Basket, please do. There's so much going on with it, this show, and it's just it's so sweet. It's sad. It's like an emotional roller coaster, but in the best way possible.
See, I'm about to say something controversial that I said last night, but I'm very upfront about a lot of things, but I like to stir the pot a little bit.
Okay.
One of the things I said last night is that I think, as much as I did like a lot some of the stuff with Kyo, I think as a character, when he was interacting with other people, I think I liked. When he was interacting with Toru's class, I liked. But when it was just him himself, I hate it most of the time. Because most of the time for his situations, he pouted himself through a lot of the situations. Like, and it was just kind of handed to him. Because he pouted. He didn't really, develop at all through the entire anime, in my opinion.
I think he developed
well, this is kind of a
Mm.
spoiler, but I think this is like a 20-year-old show, so like, I mean,
Wait. How old is the new anime?
I don't know.
Let's have a look.
Well, I would just say his form. You know, when his form.
Yeah. Oh, 2019. Okay. So it's been out for a couple years.
So his form that he has, I'm not gonna say what it is, but his form, like when that happened, I think that was like the best parts of Kia. After that,
Really? To be
I
fair,
think
though, that's like, I think that it might be the fact that because he takes on
such a
he
burden.
take on a yeah, but also it's like I think it's more if you think about it in a sense like it's an emotion or how do you describe it? Like it's like a form that everyone doesn't like. It's like they don't like it about themselves, and I love that it's like we understand that he isn't like a bad person, right?
Right, yeah.
And everyone treats him like he's
He is.
this like monster basically, even though like we don't see it that way. And what I love is Toru. She's so precious and so freaking sweet, and I don't know, she's
To be fair,
she's a really
I
cute
think
character.
see, I think that's what the illusion that they wanted us to see, that everyone hated Kyo, but no one hated Kyo besides Akita. And
I think what they did though, they didn't hate him, but they used him to their advantage because it was easier for them to get through life, knowing that there was someone worse than them, basically, if that makes sense. Which is very sad. It's so sad.
It's very sad.
No, don't, because that time when Shigure talks about it and Toru's like, no, it's not. What do you mean? And do you know when he was like there at the house with the horse girl? I can't remember.
Yes.
But, and
she's hot,
cries.
man. She's hot.
Oh, she's cute.
She's hot as fuck,
You know the
man.
scene where she's trying to seduce Shigure? Yes. Not yes, but you get the point.
That part I hated Shigure in the most parts. Like
You
for
know
a
what?
while,
I loved him. I loved him in the first series.
I did love him in the first series. I didn't completely hate him, but I hated the way he went about things. And I was like, did he do the deed with her? Like the whole time I was like, did he do it? Like if he did, this is like he knows that like that's what's the other character's name? Hikamari, the cow guy. I can't remember. My wife's gonna kill me because that's her favorite character.
Wait, which one?
The cow, the guy that turns into the cow.
The cow? Oh, frick! You know what? I really loved him when I was younger. Was it?
He killed. I don't know his name. I'm so sorry. I don't know his name.
Your wife's gonna kill you.
She's gonna destroy me. I don't know his name, but I know Hatsuharu.
Hatsuharu, yeah, Hatsuharu.
Yes. Sorry, and there's one scene with him and Akita that I cheered for. I cheered for so hard, and I was like, "Oh, he should have did it. He should have did it. He should have did it."
The thing is,
she deserved it.
Everyone was so troubled in their own way in the show, and it's so good to like see it grow and develop as people. And it's very realistic, I think, the way people deal with trauma and deal with like their feelings. So yeah, I really enjoyed the show. It's one of my favorite animes. I loved it. I cried like a bitch as well, so that was fun.
See, the one thing about Fruits Baskets that another thing I'm gonna stir the pot for is that I wouldn't say outside of the show I don't really care for a lot of the characters that much. Like I wouldn't simp for any of the characters outside of the show. But like they're all decent characters because like truthfully my favorite character in the entire anime is Momiji.
Momiji's so sweet.
And but I liked how Momiji was before, like the original series. Like he had that slapstick fun personality about him. But in the new anime when he becomes if you know what I'm talking about, I was just like, goddamn. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't really like say any of them are my favorite characters of all time.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
I think what I like about that he changes is because he grows up.
Yeah.
And he But I do get what you mean. His like character changes, but then again, that's life. We kind of change, and but yeah, no, I agree. I think I love Toru. Toru's one of my favorites. She's so sweet and I don't know, she's just so cute.
See,
But
I love Toru by default because
default.
the main character, the person who plays Toru is Laura
Yeah.
Bailey, who's my favorite
Mm.
female voice actor of all time.
Wait, really?
Yes, I love Laura Bailey. I think she's one of the greatest female voice actors of all
Really?
time.
Because my favorite voice actor is what is it? I can't remember her name, but she plays Naname in Kamisama Kiss.
Tia Ballard, that's my second favorite voice actor.
Really?
I
Yeah,
love both of them. They're so good.
She's so, oh my god, her voice instantly. Whenever I'm watching a show and her voice is, I'm like, Naname.
Same. I actually like sought out all the anime that she's in because I love her voice as well.
And I know it came out. I was so excited when was it Fruits Basket was announced because I watched the first series in dub and I was like, I need to watch it in dub because it's going to be nostalgia for me. And I know a lot of people love the sub, but I just the dub, man.
The dub is so good, man. It's so good. Like
it is really good.
I was saying this the other day too, is that I love the fact that Crunchyroll, being that I always love Crunchyroll, but Crunchyroll is becoming the ultimate like anime platform to watch on.
Yes.
That is starting to, now that it like Sony required it and Sony's making it like the front of anime, and like Funimation is starting to descend because I really didn't care for Funimation. But so now like Crunchyroll is starting to get more dubs along with Japan. So like they're like starting to focus on that more, and I love it. I love it. That's how I watch My Dress Up Darling, because like,
oh really?
I love the Japanese, the sub as well. But there's something more about it when you're actually able to connect with it more, and you're able to like understand what's going on. And for me, when I'm able to like really invest into the shows, when I'm able to like visually hear what they're saying and see what they're saying, because I'm a kinesthetic and tactile learner, so I have to hear it and see it to like really understand it. So like when I'm reading subs, it distracts me from the true meaning of it. And sometimes when it's like a long conversation, like subs can like be a little confusing about what's going on, the narrative of everything that's going on. At least for me.
I think everyone should watch it the way they do. I think it's like someone has to explain why they're watching it in dub, even though that shouldn't be like everyone should. Everyone should enjoy it the way they want to enjoy it. You know, I mean, yeah, there's opinions like the sub's better, but like, I mean, sometimes I do agree with that, but then equally like, it's not harming anyone. I don't think there's an issue with it.
And I think that's the case because like no one ever, like when it comes to dubs, like we're just we're just enjoying it the way we like it. But there's always that one person who's like, oh, subs is always better. And it's like we don't acknowledge that subs is like good.
Oh yeah.
But we just like listening to it in English. That's like, I don't see that a problem with that. Like, at all. I think everyone wants to make everything a competition, but it doesn't have to be.
No, I mean, I enjoy both. I do. I mean, sometimes I enjoy one more than the other, but like, I mean, if I want to do stuff like, I don't know, do my work and I just want anime in the background, I'm going to go for a dub because I can't concentrate. I'd have to concentrate watching a sub as I need to look both at the image and the the subtitles. So I can't do that if I'm working. So
most of the times for me, the way I start an anime, sometimes, except for like My Dress Up Darling, it was like the only true exception to that. But most of the time, the way I start an anime is the way I have to finish it, just for like consistency in my brain. So like, for instance, like Dragon Ball Z, I started in English. That's the first way I ever discovered Dragon Ball Z. So forever, I always gotta watch Dragon Ball Z in English. I can't listen to it in Japanese. Like I can, but I don't. It feels weird. I don't have the same connect to like the English. But for One Piece, I started watching in Japanese. So like when I hear the English voices, it's a little jarring because I'm so used to it being a certain way.
I do get what you mean. I mean, there's one anime I love. There's a few anime I love just in dub because one, I started watching anime in dub because it was just easier for me when I was younger. But like, I watch more sub now. but it has to be dubbed still when I'm watching it. So like Kamisama Kiss is one of them. Violet Evergarden. I do like the
Ah,
sub though as well. I do like the sub in Violet Evergarden, but the dub in Violet Evergarden is actually really good. I really enjoy the dub. Whatever. I mean, Fruits Basket, obviously, clearly. Is that
I love that they get a lot all the original voices, except for Momiji. I think
yeah.
Momiji's back. I
Yeah,
don't know.
he's
That
different.
made me so sad. But they got most of all the voice actors back for Fruits Bastards, which I
I
love.
know. I was
love
really
it.
happy.
I love
Wait,
that
that
they.
reminds me. Have you heard of I've announced it, well, I didn't announce it, but I showed it on my stream. Have you ever watched Tokyo Mew Mew?
I've never watched it, but my wife also loves that
Oh,
anime. So
really?
she
Oh my
talks about it all the time. She has like the
god!
manga and everything. So I
Well,
do
I was
know of
gonna
it.
say, does she know of the
Remake, yes.
it's got a remake? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It looks
Like
so freaking good. I
it
can't
was.
wait.
I didn't see the trailer yet. I didn't watch the trailer yet,
Oh
but
my god, you
I do
need
know that it
to.
looks really good. Like
It
people's
looks
been
so
talking about it.
pretty. It
Like
looks so
for an
pretty.
outsider, explain
Mm.
to me, hook me on Tokyo Mew Mew. What is so special about Tokyo Mew Mew?
So Tokyo Mew Mew, I grew up on Tokyo Mew Mew. It was the first ever anime I ever watched. It was on what is it, Cartoon Network or something? I don't know.
For
It was
kids.
on it was kind of crazy that they showed anime. They don't do it anymore, but
So it was
it's
always bad.
basically about these girls who end up becoming these magical girls basically, but they kind of like hybrid, or they like turn into animals that are endangered species, which is pretty
Uh-huh.
cool. So wait, are they 5? I think there's 5 of them. Now I can't remember. And I didn't look.
Because
But no,
I
yeah.
remember it coming on for kids,
Yeah, it's 5.
but I never really like paid attention to it as much because I could never really
Oh.
watch it from the beginning. So
Yeah.
I never could understand what was going on
Mm.
in the show. And I guess because the 4 kids of bad like
Mm.
elaboration and adaptation to it, it just like they cut out so much that it wasn't really
I
fun to watch.
know. Yeah, that's fair.
So like the most of the stuff that I would watch when it came to anime from 4 kids is like
Mm.
One Piece, or at least I tried, but I couldn't get through it as much.
Mm.
Shaman King, um, mostly for Shaman King. I watched it mostly for Shaman
Mm.
King. But continue. On you
Oh,
said there
no,
were
I was
5.
just no, yeah, but there was 5 of them. There's like a wolf girl, there's a bird, there's a cat, there's a monkey, and then they're the
Okay.
animals. But I don't know what the last one is. It's I might need to look that one because I don't really.
Okay, so that makes a little bit more sense because like when I saw like a brief like the
Mm.
thumbnail of the trailer and it showed like a jungle and I didn't understand why they were showing the
Yes.
jungle.
Mm,
I was like,
mm, mm.
but I thought Tokumei was Ichigo, or is that different?
Yeah,
Is that different?
yeah, her name's Ichigo, the main character, and she's like this endangered cat species. Like it's like a hybrid between, like, obviously they're like somewhat animal, somewhat.
Yes.
But it is adorable. The show is really cute. I can't wait to watch watch the remake when it comes out. I'm so
See, the most of the
um
reason why I knew about Ichigo
uh-huh.
herself is because
Hmm.
Bleach's main character is also named Ichigo.
Yes.
So people would always like I would see images of her pop up when I would look up for Ichigo because
Yeah.
Ichigo is my favorite main character of all time. And so I would like try to look up images and pictures from it and I would see Ichigo. So that's the only reason why I
Yeah.
know of Ichigo. And I know that it means strawberry.
Yes. And she's obviously, pink, and her
Yes.
outfit's pink. It's so cute. But no, I can't wait. So yeah, I don't know when's it coming out though. I'm not really entirely sure.
I don't know
That's a
either.
new one.
I know when like the remake of animes
Mm.
was starting to happen for like Fruits Basket and stuff like that. I know like Shaman
Mm.
King got announced for a remake, and then that was
Oh.
also one that got announced for a
Mhm.
remake. I think there's a lot other animes that I think deserves a remake, and I
Yeah.
would love to see how they would be done in today's standard, like
Yeah.
Orange Host Club, Orange High School Host Club.
Don't
I
get me
would love to
started.
see a
Yes.
remake
I would
of
too.
that
I would love
anime.
to. I
Like
would
what?
love to see a remake of that, actually. That would be amazing.
But at the
I
same
just really
time, I'm
want
afraid of them doing it because of the fact that they wouldn't be able to get Vic Mignogna back, or they probably wouldn't get him back, which he's one of the core people of that show. And then
Yeah.
two, I feels like they would mess it up. They would take away all the slapstickness of
Yeah.
Oron. Because that's what they did with Fruits Basket. Like, they turned it more... Like, I like new Fruits Basket, but I'm
Yeah.
also the type of person that came from the original Fruits Basket,
Yeah.
where I enjoy a lot of the slapstick that came with it. So, like, but I like both. It's almost like the same notion of Full Metal Alchemist and Brotherhood, where
Yeah.
I came from the camp that started with Full Metal Alchemist. That's great, but that I won't disregard the goodness that is Brotherhood. That's actually the manga.
I think they're both good in their own way, if that makes sense. And it's like hard to compare them because sometimes there's gonna be pros and cons about each one that you don't like.
Right.
It's like the same as you. I love the fact that I love them for their own anime. I don't know how to say that without, because obviously they are the same anime, but they're different. They're so different. Like Fruits Basket again, it's in the first one very funny and it's not as serious as the newer one.
Yes.
But it's good. It's not saying that being serious is a bad thing.
Right.
It's just different, and it tackles subjects and topics that might be hard to talk about. But I think it's really cool and fun to watch. And there are moments that are very cute as well.
Right.
Clearly, there's adorable moments. So,
See,
but yeah, I
I
think they're different in their moments.
I think one of the moments is that, like, when it comes to like anime of the past, they suffer from that trend where anime was so new at that time, and America didn't know really how to adapt it because it was so different from what we knew. And so they mostly turned a lot of the anime into like how American shows was. So they had a very hit, cool theme song, which I didn't hate. I love a lot of the theme songs that they came up with. But also they would take out a lot of stuff that didn't make sense for American audience because they thought American audience wouldn't understand it. So like they would change a lot of the culture of Japan, and they wouldn't adapt the manga the way it was intended because they thought maybe it wouldn't be as good or anything like that. But now, since anime is so adapted into everything we do now,
oh god, yeah,
like we have more artists and mangakas have freedom to like adapt the anime as it was intended. Like I'm sure they still reiterated a little bit from the manga from what it was entailed, but for the most part, they do a pretty good job nowadays adapting the manga to the anime as it was intended. And
I agree.
And I do enjoy that. And I mean, I feel like as an artist, if I'm drawing something, I want to see my art as it was meant to be, as I drew it, the story that I put into. So I'm pretty sure it was disheartening for artists back in the day when they saw their anime as an anime, which is great. You're seeing it visually, but it's not in the way that I made the story be.
It's like, it's not like represented the way the author or the artist wanted it to be.
Yes.
So that's obviously why it was remade, and also, and loads of people obviously clearly like it. What's the new remakes of anime, because they're more realistic to what the artist wanted. But yeah, I agree.
So that's why I would love to see, because I know Oron, even though it has the slapstickness to it, but I also know that Oron didn't really follow the manga.
The thing is, I really want to read the manga. I want to so badly. I need to. I think I should. I don't know. Do you know how many chapters it has?
I don't actually. I never even seen the Oron manga, but I just know of it. But I think I think it still has a lot of the slapstickness of it.
Yeah.
However, I think there's certain scenes that plays out differently.
Yeah.
In it that they didn't really address within the manga. I mean, the anime.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I think Oron turned out amazingly and beautifully, and I think it was one of those animes that, for some reason, like it was popular, but it came out in a time where like it didn't get a lot of merch. Like Fruits Basket. Like Fruits Basket, when it first came out, it didn't really get a lot of merch. But now that it came out today, you see a
Oh,
lot more
yeah.
merch and figures for it. So,
Oh,
like,
God, it's got so much.
yeah. So I wish we could get certain anime
True.
again, so we could get like
Yeah.
merchandise for it, and like
That
it
would be
actually gets the
amazing.
representation that it deserves.
Mm. Oh, God,
Um,
definitely.
I'm trying to think of other animes that's
I
like
mean,
that.
I was actually speaking about kind of a similar thing, but like it was in my stream, and I was speaking about how I really miss the old art style of anime,
Yes.
the older art style, because I just love it. Sometimes it's very extreme, like the pointy chins, but like it's so aesthetically pleasing. I don't know why. To me, it looks just so cool, and I don't know. I really enjoy it. I don't get me wrong. I love like newer art style as well because it looks like Violet Evergarden, for example, amazing. It looks
Right.
insane. The animation crazy, but I just really like the older art style. I don't even know why. It just looks so cool.
I think what it is just that hand drawn animation just looks so unique, and
Yes.
everything
Yeah.
had their own personality back in the day
Mm.
because it was all hand drawn, so people had
Yeah.
to draw it in a certain way, and
Mhm.
there was like you could tell there was a lot more effort. Not saying there's not effort put into new anime now, but there was like they
Yeah.
literally had to draw it page by page, so there was like
Mhm.
more I guess you could say care that went into it
Yeah.
because they had to like make sure it all like correlated with the last
Mhm.
panel. And
Mhm.
I will also agree. There's something about that hand drawn, scratchy, where you can still see the
Yes.
lines on the screen a little bit.
Mm.
Animation that just looks really good, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Because like I'm also one of the fans that's not really particularly care for like CG in anime
Oh,
unless it's like
no.
done correctly. But like when I see like
Mhm.
a CGI car
No,
drive by, I'm like,
honestly.
oh my god, it looks
You
so
know, when
bad.
I see it, I'm like, "Okay, I've been taken out of this world,
Yes,
basically. I've been
yes.
taken out and I don't care now." I'm like, over. I can't deal with it. Turn it off."
Right. So I don't know. There's stuff like that that
I'm not gonna lie. I just don't like. There was it Mecha or is that what it's
Mecha
called?
Mecha.
Yeah, Mecha. I hate it. I can't. I'm not. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know people like. I mean, I'm not taking away from other people that might like it, but I
Of
just
course.
don't like it because having it 2D and 3D really sometimes it really like confuses. Well, it just confuses my brain because like they don't mesh together.
See,
And
I'm not a fan of mecha anime either as much.
hmm,
I think the only mecha anime that I've ever truly watched
hmm.
and loved was Code Geass. Because
Oh really?
Code Geass
Yeah.
is amazing. I
Mhm.
still to this day, it's like I've been saying this a lot today, but I still think to this day it's one of the greatest animes that's ever made for real.
Really?
And
I think
Lelouch himself
yeah.
is such a grounded, well written
Mhm.
protagonist, and he's a hottie that you would love.
Party as well. We love to see
Well,
it.
I gotta show you a picture of Lelouch. And
I know who Lelouch is. Yeah,
oh,
I've
you do?
seen
Okay,
him.
nice, nice.
Yeah.
So I think
Um.
if
Mhm.
you should watch that because I think you would actually like Code Geass
Really? Mm.
because it does.
I
I
need
mean,
to. Yeah, I need to like move. Even though I love romance. There's not a lot of romance I can find that I haven't watched. So I need to move around with the genres maybe and start watching
have you
more
watched
new stuff.
Horimiya yet?
No, I haven't. No, I need to watch it. Like you said
I
in the last, was it last week's podcast?
yes, last week.
I need to read the manga. I've read the manga, but I'd love to see what the anime's like. See if they've
I
kept
love
with
that
it.
anime. I love that. See, I was gonna say this as we were talking about My Dress a Darling. I
Hmm.
think there's something unique
Yeah,
about romance anime
yeah.
that really puts you in that world that they're building,
Mhm.
and that with shows like My Dress a Darling and Horimiya, that
Hmm.
I think is really compelling is that they change the rules of anime. That
Oh,
they don't
okay.
use the same tropes as they did
Mm-hmm.
before, and I think Horimiya and shows like that should be around more often. Like I don't
Oh
get me wrong,
yeah.
I love shonen, I love harem, I love isekais and
Mhm.
stuff. I can always watch that. But there's
Yeah.
something more unique when a show is actually like they take the time to make the shows feel
Oh
more
yeah.
realistic. They're
Mm-hmm.
real grounded. The characters are relatable. They have real problems, but also looking hot at the same time. Because
Yes.
that's literally the world we live in. Like people
Yeah.
who are hot also have problems, and they go through the same deals.
Yeah.
And I don't want to spoil Horimiya, but like there's just certain things that they do that is very
Mm.
unique, and I love. Like it's
Mm.
such a well done show. Like shows like that, My Dress Up Darling, Kamisami Kiss as well. The relationship between Tomoe and Naname is like so precious and wholesome. And anytime that
Yeah.
they're together and they're dynamic, intertwines with each other,
It's so
it's just
funny as well.
it's
Oh
so
god.
good. It's so
The
good.
first time I ever watched that show, I was laughing so much. Even
Same,
even though I've watched it
same.
like 6 or 7 times, I can't remember. I still laugh at the moments because I'm just like, man, this show's so good. I love it. I love Naname as well. She's so funny. She's so freaking funny. There's like moments, there's like quotes that I still use from the thing she says. Like there's a moment where she's ill and she goes, "Yay, I feel like poop."
I can relate to that for sure. See, I'm in the house of rewatching Kamisami Kiss
Oh,
because I love the first season. It was such a
yeah.
great adaptation of just I don't know. It just was a good, like, wholesome show of these two characters
God,
that's from completely
yeah.
different worlds, and that's just trying to make it work. Because, it goes deep into, like, abandonment. Like, they both been
Mm.
abandoned, and they feel that, but they come together to form this
Yes.
relationship that's very cute and wholesome, but like, they both have this, like, I wouldn't say sunere, but
Mm.
like shyness about them that they don't really tell their emotions to each other, but they don't let each other push each other around.
I
They
think
push back.
also yes, yeah, and I also like that. I mean, I love Naname is very persistent and she doesn't stop to not she doesn't stop. And she's very I don't know, even though she's persistent, she does it in a very respectful way,
Yes,
especially in like the second season. She's like, okay, I know your feelings. I'm not gonna stop my feelings because they're human. They're human. I can't stop them, but I will respect your boundaries and stuff like that, which I
right.
really like. I mean,
Same.
we're making this sound boring, but trust me, guys, this is an amazing anime. Trust me,
See,
I swear to God.
I think I need to. That's why I'm rewatching it because
Hmm.
when I was watching the second season, but I think I was a lot younger when I was watching it, so
Yeah.
I don't view anime the way I did. I viewed the anime
Oh, I
differently than
agree.
I was when I
Yeah.
was younger. So I didn't
Hmm.
appreciate the second season at first, and I stopped watching it. I stopped watching it because of the second
You're
season.
watching it? No,
Yes, that's why I'm
Kenzie.
rewatching it now because I want to like view it in a way that I view anime now. Because
Yeah.
I'm an adult. I get to see
Mhm.
things differently in the perspective that appreciate more
Yeah.
things about the anime than
You'll
just
love it,
sexy
Kenzie. The
characters
second
on
season.
screen.
It's
Um,
yeah.
so
You'll love it.
I
Freaking love
definitely
it.
want to watch it. Like for instance, I guess in the notion to how I view
Mm.
things a lot differently than I did when I was younger. I'm gonna use Lilo and Stitch for a perfect example. When I watched Lilo and Stitch when I was younger,
Mm.
I didn't really take into account for the artwork that was beautiful, the
Yeah.
music that was beautiful, the animation that was beautiful, the characters and the developments of both Lilo and her sister. I can't remember her name at the moment,
Uh,
but
nah.
Nanu, I
Fudge.
think Nanu or
Nana?
something, maybe.
Alright, wait, don't do
I
this
don't,
to me.
I don't know.
Please God.
But the point is, uh, when I watched it as a child, I
Mm.
agreed with a lot of stuff that Lilo said because I was a child, so I looked at
Yeah.
the world in a child's eye. So like a lot of the
Nani.
problem, Nani, yes, that's what her
That's
name
the
is.
one. Oh my god.
And but as I grew up and I view things a lot differently than I was as a child, and I
Mm.
see the world differently than a child's eyes. I I related to Nani because
Yeah.
obviously, Lilo has the right to feel upset and emotional
Yeah.
about what happened, but also Nani does too. Like, she also lost her parents, but she's also
Yeah.
trying to keep Lilo with her so she doesn't get taken away, and Lilo doesn't see that. And it's just like, oh my goodness. Like, this show is, this anime, I mean, I keep saying anime. This movie is more complex than I really took credit for. Like,
I think it's so cool to see stuff when you're younger and then rewatching it and then I don't know, seeing it from a different kind of point of view, which is really cool to experience. Sometimes let me see. Sometimes it doesn't work out the way you think it does, where you watch a show and you're shit. It's but like sometimes you watch it and like, oh my god, this is amazing, and you still think it's amazing.
same,
And
yeah,
nostalgia, oh my god, the nostalgia. I think that's for me like a lot of the Disney films. They're just the nostalgia of it when you're younger, and you rewatch it and you're like, oh my god, this is still amazing. Um, but like I don't know, like Mulan's my favorite Disney film, and
definitely
watching it as a
top
kid,
five.
you just I don't know, you think it's such a fun ride, but when you're older and you watch it again, you're oh my god, like this is quite there's so many emotions, so much like happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely agree with you. That's for sure.
I got that from like Pocahontas as well. I know Pocahontas is a very
Yeah,
controversial movie, but
yeah, mm,
when you really look at Pocahontas for the animation, with
yeah,
the techniques they use for the colors, the water,
yes,
the way they moved, the way they animated it, like
yeah,
that movie is such an underrated movie, and
oh yeah,
I hate that. This also goes back to when we were talking about for hand drawn animation or
mm,
anime, is that I hate that Disney abandoned the animation style they
yeah.
used for Pocahontas because they had such a unique and tribal
Oh, like the
inspiration.
Renaissance period? The
Yes,
Renaissance period for,
yes,
like, Disney, I loved it because,
it's
like, they were all
such
my
good.
favorite films. I'm not gonna lie, I love the new Disney films, but I won't love them as
No,
much as
no,
I did, like, the Renaissance movies only because, like, 1, my childhood, but also 2, the animation. I love
it
the
was so
animation.
good. It was so
It was
good. Like
amazing.
I was just looking at it like as
Mm.
again as an adult. I was like, this movie is so gorgeous. Like
Yes.
why did they abandon this? They had a unique style that was unique to them,
Yeah.
and they abandoned it just for like to look like Pixar.
I guess it was also for the cost, right? It'll
Maybe.
probably cost a lot of money. Sadly, well, to be
But
fair, they
for
have a
what
lot of money
that's what
anyway,
I was about to say. Like it's Disney. They have the money to spend. It's Disney.
yeah.
And like there was something about their unique style that I just miss.
Mm.
Like I mean, I love like movies like Moana and
Yeah.
Frozen and stuff like that. But I would
Mm.
love to see how they would have been in like the old Renaissance
Yes.
animation
Mm,
style.
mm,
Seeing
mm,
a movie
mm.
like Moana in today's technology, like if they use like the same like animation style that they did back
Yeah.
in the day, but use techniques like from Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Mm. Then
Like
again, I think some movie or some TV series and stuff like that are nice in the animation they are now, like Arcane. That's
yes,
amazing.
yes.
That's insane. But then the thing that's very different to a lot of any other animation I've ever seen. So, you know, that's on a different scale, on a different like
True,
pedestal.
true.
Yeah. But yeah, and also like the Spider-Verse, so that's completely different, but that's amazing.
Mm,
So yeah. God, there's just so much.
there's so
They're
much.
insane the way they animate. It's like how? How are you this talented? What the frig?
See,
Um
when it comes to like Arcane
mm,
and Spider-Verse, I love
mm,
that they made it in a way that almost every shot could be a
mm.
wallpaper. Like every
Oh my
panel
god,
could
yes.
be a interpretation of a wallpaper,
Yes.
or something said on a phone. Like
Mm,
they took the time to think about that stuff, and it's very
mm.
unique because most times you don't really think about like the paneling or like the outside,
Yeah.
world saving art or loving these characters
Mm.
and stuff. But for animators to take the time out to think about that stuff is
Yeah.
very, very like inspiring and unique
Oh
in a
yeah,
way
and they
to think
worked on it
about.
for so long. I mean, God, I miss Arcane so much.
Same.
Do you know what I listen to Enemy still. How long's it been? How long's it been? I listen to it on repeat still. How? It's been like 6 months or something. I can't. I
Like,
clearly am too obsessed with it, honestly. I can't let it go. I can't do it.
I couldn't give it up either. Like, I think Arcane, another show that really threw a big wrench in like what people do with their characters and moral and animation and story. Just it left such an impact that people just don't know still to this day how to really interpret it. Like obviously we all love it, but like, is it because of the way they told it, the characters, is it the fact that you don't need to watch a lead to watch the show or play a lead to watch the show, or just the fact that like the storytelling that you have these two characters who lives on two that lived in this world but went about it two different ways and just like the and I love Jinx because Jinx is like one of my favorite characters of all time. And there's just so many things that just like encompass to it.
Yeah, they did like insane. They did like crazy. It was just everything about it. The world building, the character development, everything about it is insane. I don't know. Even though I still talk about it, it's because like that's how good it was. I mean, it still is. It's still amazing.
It's still amazing. And
I'm just sad that there won't be a season this year.
I just want it to be as good as the first season. Like, I'm so afraid that they're going to mess it up.
True.
But I have faith that they're going to make it work.
Yeah. I hope they won't destroy what they've done, because even after the last episode ended, you were like, what? How dare you end it on that? How freaking dare?
The song that they ended it on too is such an. I still listen to that. That's like my favorite song to listen to.
Really? Oh my god!
Especially of a late, I was listening to that song on repeat for a long time. But like for that last moment, it's like you think that song was made for Vi. But I mean, for Cinco, what's his name?
Silco.
But it truly, the song that was playing at the moment that was projecting, it was to Vi. And when you really think about it that way, it's just like Vi. I think we can talk about it now. It's like it's been a good couple of days. I mean, months or so.
Couple of days. It's been. When did it come out? Like last year?
Yeah. And the most thing I was going to say is that Vi, was this character that was trying to provide for her younger sister. She went about ways that she regrets. And when she looks at Jinx, she sees her failures. Like, she ran away, she didn't protect her, she started to live her own life, but, at the same time, Jinx thinks that she abandoned her. But Jinx was, she found a way to, cope with what happened. But Vi wasn't trying to love Jinx as she was now, but she was trying to form her back to what she was. And it's like, you can't. Like, you're damaged, I'm damaged, but, we can still live as sisters. I don't know, pun intended. But just the complexity of Jinx and Vi's characters, I don't know if it was planned. I mean, maybe it was planned, but when you go back and watch when Jinx was first revealed, and you look at a lot of the visuals that she had in that show, it makes more sense now. After watching Arcane, of how all the, it was like this big puzzle and the pieces finally just come together. Of her, there's one scene during her, reveal, musical trailer that she's doing, this punching combo. But it was mimicking Vey of what she did, of how she would do the punching and stuff. And I just, I felt that was out of character for her in the moment when it first came out. But now, watching now, I'm like, oh my god. It makes more sense in the monkey clapping and how she
I can't wait to see the further dynamic with her and Vi. I just can't wait. It's gonna be. We're hoping and praying that it's gonna be amazing. Still, I mean, they did an amazing job. It's just sometimes second seasons to like TV series can be like
Oh,
bad,
don't I know
which
it?
I know.
Don't
Touch wood,
I
touch wood,
know it?
touch wood. It won't happen. I promise.
Because
God damn it.
I don't know if you ever watched Quintessential Quintuplets. Um,
Oh,
the first season was absolutely beautiful, amazing,
really?
great
Oh,
animation, great storytelling, great characters, and then the second season it just went to poop. The
Oh,
animation
really?
style
Oh
changed, the character
no.
dynamics changed. They forced a lot of characters to do things out of character that we was already
Yeah.
established before. It just wasn't good. Like,
Oh
like
no.
I was so disappointed. I love Quintessential Quintuplets. It
Yeah.
was such a good anime. It had a good sense
Mm.
of the harem vibe, but they were all sisters, but they all
Mm.
started to develop feelings for this main guy, but
Yeah.
in their own way. And like
Mm.
they they still somewhat story wise kept that, but like the animation was poop. It was just not good. It was just not as good as the first one. And like the
Oh god.
storytelling was kind of like a little bit all over the place.
It was
And
wag.
they
Oh
purposely made
no.
a villain in the story when they didn't really need to have
Oh
one.
yeah, no.
It was, I was so disappointed. I was so
That's not
upset.
good.
But I would definitely recommend you watching that. Like at least the first season of that, if you wanted another like, I guess you could say romance. I mean, it's a harem, but it still
Yeah.
has that romance a little bit to
I'm not
it.
the biggest fan of harems, is the only issue. I mean, I could maybe watch the first episode or a couple episodes and see what I think. I
Yeah.
definitely need to, but yeah, I want to get back into anime. At least, like I said, when I'm watching at the moment, I always see Spy Family. I'm not watching a lot other than that. I
I
mean,
love
Scott's
Spicy.
actually watching more than me. Scott's watching Doctor
Oh,
Stone at the
have you
moment.
watched the anime the Shikimori is not
No,
not
I
just
haven't.
you need to watch
I
that
know, it
anime.
looks
You
good.
need Lucy. You need to watch that anime because that anime is so beautiful,
Yeah.
so great. The and dynamics is great. There's 2
Mm.
episodes out right now for all Englishes. Well, Japan subs has 4 episodes out now, but for all the other languages, there's like 2
Yeah.
episodes out right now, and it's such a great anime. It's such a great anime, and
Yeah, definitely.
it reminds me in the same ways or like the same steps they took with My Dress Up Darling. But
Oh,
I think I like
really?
My Dress Up
Oh.
Darling a little bit better for how
Yeah.
they make the characters feel more real, like realistic.
Yeah.
But the animation and the style and the way they write the characters is so good
Mm.
that I implore people to watch it. If you're not watching it, watch it. Watch it.
Yes.
Because,
Yeah, because we spoke about it last week, didn't we?
yes,
Um,
you're the one that
I
brought
want to. I
it
know. But
up.
like, yeah, I definitely need to give it a watch because that's I need to. To be fair, I also want to get back into like webtoons and stuff like that and manga because I haven't read any in ages.
That's how I
Oh
felt
my
too.
god.
I felt like I was
But yeah,
slacking. I was like missing because
I
I was
know.
working so hard and being a workaholic. I feel like I missed out on so many anime that I
I
normally wouldn't
know.
do. So like people would
Yeah.
ask me about anime, I was like, I didn't
Mm.
watch it. I didn't watch anything this season because I was so absorbed in what
Mm.
I was doing that I
Yeah.
didn't. Almost just like Gojo, I was so absorbed into my craft that I didn't really let myself like experience
Exactly. Oh my
the
god, full
work.
circle. Oh my god.
It'd be like that. Life is a circle, you know. It's a full
Mm.
of around and around motions that leads us back to the same from where we started, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, like there's a lot of anime that I would like to watch this season. That has caught my attention.
Oh
And I'm
yeah,
trying to catch up
definitely.
on
I'm the
some other ones
same.
too.
To be
So
fair, I just don't get called anime for days anymore. I'm like,
your
like, Lucy, you
anime,
don't watch anime. What do you mean you're anime for days? I'm
your
like, look,
anime
hear
for
me out.
sometimes. Your
You're like,
anime for
look, hear me
sometimes.
out. Hear me out. It's not my fault.
Real quick, I guess we can end on this notion. You know, we talked about you loving your husband knows, your daddies and stuff like that.
Yes, of course.
But do you like waifus? Do you have waifus that you like? Do you go for the waifus
I
ever?
don't have any really waifus. I think we touched on the topic last week a little bit, but like I don't like go out and I'm like, oh my god, yes, waifu. Even though it's like a little bit different with like my husband, I'm like, oh my god, him basically straight away. But like with I normally tend to go for like the really cutesy. If I really like I like really cutesy characters, like or I mean, I wonder if there's a mummy kind of character I like. I'm trying to think of an anime with a mummy kind of character.
There's a
Oh,
lot
maybe
of cat.
Bishamon from Noragami, maybe if you've watched it.
I haven't watched Noragami.
But oh wait, let me show you. She's really cool.
I've heard of
Let
it.
me.
I know of it. I never
It's
watched
really
it.
good. It's on my tongue.
I love your tongue. Every time Lucy types, her tongue sticks out, and it's just super cute. And I love that we finally got it on the episode because I've
I
been
know.
waiting for it. I just want it to naturally happen, and it's so adorable. It's so cute. I mean, I can stick my tongue out in a different way, but
Oh
but
my
I don't think we should show it on the podcast.
Oh, it's beautiful.
But I don't know. I love waifus. I mean, I love husband as well.
Yeah.
But there's something about cute characters that I love how they're able to make such unique, different
Yes.
waifus that it surprises me how much they can do.
Yeah.
And that making characters look the same in a way.
I wonder if I can show you her. I will show you her now.
Okay.
She's so cool. You need to watch it. I bet you would love it. Wait, let me just show that one, and then let me show another one.
Oh my god.
Um,
She is hot. She's hot. Oh my god, she does have mommy vibes.
Instantly. Is
I
that
love her
cool?
outfit.
Her
It's so
outfit's
cute.
so cool. Of the image. You need to watch it. It's a really good anime. It's really, really
I'll
good.
have to check it out. Oh, she has an Ichigo type sword.
She's
Yeah,
pretty
She's
cool.
badass. That's
She is.
I mean, that's practically something I'm wearing technically right now. In a way.
Oh my god.
But yeah, like if you had to choose, like I guess 3 waifus, who would be like your top?
Oh damn, this is hard. I think I mentioned I really love Toru. Toru is one of my favorite. I love.
Good.
What's her name? I literally think I mentioned it from an anime. It's really old. No one knows what it is. From an anime called Skip Beat. Let me see. I just love her character. Well, the thing is, when I think of like waifus, I think of anime characters that like inspire me. Oh my god, my eyes. I literally don't.
We
I
can't
can't type
sparkle
anymore when
eyes
I'm on the podcast.
together.
But yeah, they more inspire me than I think are hot. But I
Uh-huh.
know I need to go for freaking anime women that are really
Yes,
really hot.
anime,
Then
the
again, I think it's
waifus.
more of their personalities that I really like, other than what they look like.
Mhm.
And I find that attractive. I know, terrible
No,
me.
I think that's beautiful. That's very inspirational. I mean,
No,
like I.
I'm completely different, Kenny. But when it's
No, I mean,
I'm like, oh, man.
I mean, yes. When you talk about your husband and your daddies, you're just like, yes, yes, they are looking hot. But I mean, I guess that's the dynamic that I have. The opposite. I think that's what is unique about both of us is that I'm the same way when it comes to husband as I like very unique, complex characters that actually has a good story with them. So that's why I don't pick husband nose right away.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's some that I look just based off what they look. It's like Sephiroth, like man, I like him just because of the way he looks, not because of what he does. He is purely just a hot looking man.
He's just, he's oof.
But there's something I love waifus, man. I love the waifus.
Yeah.
I love animated characters. I mean, I guess that's why I love VTubers so much a lot. Because VTubers is just super, super, super cute, and their models look cute.
I just love so many different VTubers. They're just amazing. They look everyone's so unique in their own way, and I love it. I freaking love it. It's like a real in life anime.
It is a real life anime. We're living the anime life.
We're living the anime life.
But yes, I think my favorite is Rim, as you know, from ReZero.
Yes.
Then Hatsune Miku. Sorry.
Ooh,
But
okay.
I love Hatsune Miku.
Yeah.
I know that's triggering for you a little bit.
Flashbacks. No.
And then
She's cute.
I love my third favorite character is a
Yeah.
character from New Game. I don't know if you watched it. It's such a good anime. Such a nice slice of life anime. Her name is
I think I know what it is. Yeah.
she
I
has,
know which
is
one.
Ava from New Game. I really love her.
Wait, I thought of a mummy. I think I'm not
You
mummy.
did? Who's a mommy?
Well, not mummy, but like a waifu. One of my waifus
Okay.
definitely is Lucy from Fairy Tale. I love Lucy.
Really?
I love Lucy so much. Yeah,
Really? See,
I love her. This is so cute.
I didn't think anyone really liked Lucy. I heard a lot of
Really?
people just don't like it because when Urs is there, which that's my guy.
Ours
I
is
love
pretty.
Urs.
I don't know why. I mean, it's not that she, or one, maybe she has the same name as me, but I think it's the way she's so compassionate for people. I don't know. She's so sweet.
She's
I
cute.
think
I do like
maybe
her.
I just really like the sweet ones. I don't know.
See, I like how spazzy she is. She's like
Yeah.
she's hot. She could be. She's really cute. I do
Oh
like her
yeah.
personality. But other characters I love. I mean, I could go. I have a whole list. I have like 100 plus anime waifus I love. I did a whole tier list of waifus I love. I mean, of course, I love Tifa. I mean, Tifa is just god tier, god awesome. And I mean, it's the inspiration for my outfit as today.
Oh really?
Yeah, I love.
Oh my god.
I saw her new outfit and I was like, yes, I love it. I want something similar to it. But Chun-Li from Street Fighter. Konita from Lucky Star.
Oh really?
Raiden
Wow.
Shogun from
Yes.
Genshin.
Zhongli.
Neptune from Hyperdimension.
Yeah.
Man, I could go all day.
Damn, you got a list.
I have a whole folder of my waifus.
I can't judge though because I love my daddies, so I can't judge.
But you pick some good taste in daddies, you know. Maybe we should do like a special of a tier list for one from Husbandos and one for.
That would be carnage. Flashbacks to last week. Oh
definitely. Like it's like it'd be purely off of looks, not like.
Yeah.
Meaning it'd be like first instincts. Where would we go? We could debate it.
Yeah.
And then we'll give our votes, and then we can see like if we put Kyo in the trash tier.
No way! Not freaking Kyo! Don't do this to Kyo! We've had this discussion!
Or maybe Zai Lee, who's that better than Diluc.
Hello? There'll be death.
Oh my god. I love you so much. But it's true. I do think Diluc is better than Zai Lee.
No way! No freaking way! Not the loop with that. I mean.
I broke you so hard that you can't even speak anymore.
Blah 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 blah.
So I guess on that note, I guess we should just wrap it up, and then I guess in the next episode, we could either, like I said, do a tier list if you want, or we can try to figure out what else we want to do. I mean, you're the host for next week.
I mean, we're gonna be changing up a little bit. We're figuring out what we're gonna do now, but I mean, there's all kind of options like we bringing VTubers on, which would be kind of cool to speak to and have their opinions on everything. Or I mean, there's just so much stuff we can do.
Speaking of that, we'll put a poll on Twitter, we'll ask you guys who you think you would want us to try to like get in contact with and try to put them on, bring them on the podcast and like interview them and see their story and stuff like that. Yeah. If you guys have any? We'll put that today. Well, you won't see this episode, so probably Friday. You'll see it. Yeah. And we'll put that out there and see what you guys want for our next podcast. And we'll try to make it happen.
if there's a VTuber that you maybe want to have on the podcast, you want to see, let us know. We'd love to know. And we love to speak to them. This would be
Yes,
great.
very much
Yeah.
so.
Thank you so much for listening today. I
For
had an
sure.
amazing time listening.
Thank you. And also, before we go, remember you can follow us on Twitter.
Ooh,
You can follow us on
yeah.
Instagram. You can follow us on Spotify if you want to listen to us words, audio form.
Oh.
Also TikTok, for we'll be posting clips of our show on there as well. So like, if you want to see us anywhere, those are the places to find us.
We'd be everywhere. We're Mr. Worldwide.
We're everywhere. But we appreciate you for listening. We love you guys for having us here and taking a little moment of your time. And we will talk to you guys in the next episode next time. Bye-bye.